Yeah, we've all heard the theme there, haven't we? God, that song has been going on for like the longest time. That has now become the most popular jingle in the world, right up there with Bye, Man. My baloney has a first name. I still remember when the pilot came out in 2002. I could tell it wasn't gonna be like a great show, but I knew it was gonna be successful. I think anybody watching it would have known. And in a way, now everything is changing. One thing that's even more interesting, that's far more interesting than anything that's going on about the show is all the stuff that was going on like behind the scenes. One thing that I thought was absolutely astonishing. I remember all the big controversy and hoopla that was going on. You know, the 8th season. What happens when a show gets too successful, and so does the cast? People get greedy and they turn on each other, and that's exactly what happened with the one and only Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen was a beloved actor. I guess actor is the word. The funny thing about Charlie Sheen, he never really acts. He always plays himself. Charlie Sheen is always Charlie Sheen. I thought it was kind of, whenever he did television especially. He was on Spin City, wasn't he, remember? The last couple seasons? And the show tanked. Why? Because, well, he just wasn't Michael J. Fox. He just wasn't Michael J. Fox. Charlie Sheen was convincing. He was playing Charlie. He was basically Charlie Sheen in politics. The $10 million question is when a show goes off the air. No. Tell me. When an actor leaves, when a beloved character, an actor leaves a show, can it survive? God willing, but more often than not, no. All depends on the format. But take a look at especially 2.5 Men. In this case, it wasn't just a beloved character. He was the star. People say, it can happen. Yeah, it can happen. Look at Cheers. Yeah, well, Cheers, Shelley Long left, but the show wasn't about Shelley Long. It wasn't really about Shelley Long and Ted Danson. It was an ensemble vehicle. It was about all these colorful, it was a whole variety of characters. All these colorful people who come to the bar like one big family to all work the magic. That's what made it special. Magical. The fucked up thing, in this case, the star leaves. Can the show flourish? I remember watching the new episode. I wasn't really like a big fan of 2.5 Men. The whole show, the funny thing about the show is, it's like an 80s sitcom, the whole odd couple form. Two exact opposites move into each other. They're always at ends. They have this whole fire and ice. They sort of, it really was the Charlie Sheen show. Come on, 2.5 Men, the show is about Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen plays himself, as he always does in just about everything he does, especially on television. Come on, they named the character Charlie. Is he acting? It's just Charlie Sheen. And take Julia Roberts, for example. Julia Roberts used to be an actress. She was in stuff like Steel Magnolias and, Mystic Pizza. But what happened was, when she did Pretty Woman, a star vehicle, the character was basically her. She just started playing herself in every movie she was in. She wasn't really an actress. She was more like a TV personality. And ever since Pretty Woman, she did that same thing in movie after movie. Not exactly a character actress, but there you go. The same thing is true of Charlie Sheen. He's more of a personality. He always plays Charlie Sheen. And when he was on Spin City, the show tanked because he just wasn't Michael J. Fox. Go away, Charlie. You're just not MJF. That's what everyone kept saying. Everyone. No, he wasn't as good. Certainly not, but it wouldn't even have mattered because when the audience is watching a particular show and they become enamored with this one character, you just don't want to see anybody else in the role. It's a fact. That's why the second Darren on Bewitched killed it. I was a huge fan of Scrubs, you remember that? Season 9 when they tried to do a spin-off without Zach Braff. Didn't work. The show was actually kind of better in some ways, but anyone who watched Scrubs know Zach Braff was Scrubs, and no one wants to see the show without him. 2.5 Men was huge, but Charlie Sheen it was a Charlie Sheen show. It was about him. The question is, would anybody actually want to see the show now without Charlie Sheen with somebody else in the lead? I've seen the new show with Ashton Kutcher, and the thing is, in a way, I actually do kind of like it more. I mean, I wasn't really a fan of... A lot of the time, I always felt like 2.5 Men was too designed to kissing Sheen's ass, but I mean, it is. It's kind of letting Sheen play Sheen, you know? One thing that was funny that Jon Cryer said, I always thought of it was just a Charlie Sheen show. Jon Cryer always played the same character himself. He was kind of ducky from Pretty in Pink about everything he did. This gave him an opportunity to stretch. He said when he first got the script for this thing, he wasn't sure he wanted to do it, but all his buddies encouraged him, oh yeah, dude, you'll be great, go for it. He was especially scared to ever do television again because he'd been on all these different sitcoms in a starring role and they all tanked. And the funny thing was that he looked at this thing and thought, well, this character is actually a stretch from who I am in real life. It'll be kind of fun to see me do something different. But what happened was, as the series went on, he went, this is me. This character is me. I dress a little bit better. I have a little more attitude and a little bit more sense of humor, but basically it's the same guy. Except Alan is a pathetic, put-upon mess. He's a jinx. He's cursed. Some guys are like that. That's why it's called luck. Some people just get a bad shake. Some people are just cursed. The whole point of the show is Charlie's blessed, Alan is cursed. And there are some guys that are like that. There are some guys who, honestly, when one sibling does wrong, the other sibling pays for it. That's why it seems, I mean, it's a fact. And Jon Cryer said it best. Alan is exactly who I would be had I not gone into performing, not been a success. Alan is who he probably would have wound up as. It's a different show now, 2.5. And when I watched that last episode where Ashton Kutcher's old buddy, the actor is played by Spence from Camp Queens, his old partner from his software inventing days. They're such uber geeks with weirdness that I noticed something. It was a funny episode. As a matter of fact, it was exactly like the creator's other show, The Big Bang Theory. That's exactly what it was. It was The Big Bang Theory. The thing is, I think this show actually could be good. It would work, but will it? Because even though it is funny and it does kind of work, it's not what people are used to. It's like, damn it, it's not Charlie Sheen. It's just not Charlie Sheen. It doesn't matter if it's better or not. We miss Charlie Sheen. That's the saddest thing of all, isn't it? I wish they'd just taken the show and just made a spin-off. Just take all these characters and give them their own ensemble vehicle. They could really do a show. I believe that. Please, somebody do this. This will work. Alright. Hey, if you're just tuning in, check out my part 2 video. It's also the companion piece to this, where I go on about, did Charlie Sheen have it coming? Check it out. And the whole controversy, the whole internet war going on. Check it out. Hold on and take a look.